You'd think a place called Barren would be simply tumbleweeds and dust, but it's actually rolling farmland and bagpipes. Hi, I'm Michael. I want to teach you a little bit more about Kentucky, one county at a time, all 120 of them. And today we're talking about Barren County. Barren was formed in 1798 after being carved out of pieces of Greene and Warren counties. And despite the name, like I said, it's actually not barren at all. Early settlers gave it that name because it lacked heavy forest, the kind of forest that they were used to seeing in other regions of Kentucky. And so the open grasslands made it good for farming. The county seat is Glasgow. It was named after the Scottish hometown of one of its earlier settlers, John Matthews. Every year, Glasgow, Kentucky hosts the Highland Games, where people, literally throw logs for sport. They have, bagpipes, kilts, the whole thing. It's one of the oldest continuous Highland festivals in America. Now, Barren County is also known for caves. While Mammoth Cave National Park sits just across the border, the cave system runs underneath parts of Barren. In fact, one of the earliest cave explorers, Dr. John Crowan, I think I might be pronouncing that incorrectly, by the way, he tried to turn Mammoth Cave into a tuberculosis sanatorium in the 1840s, and he lived nearby in Barren County. There's still plenty of stories of unmarked cave openings, by the way, showing up in farmers' fields around Barren County. One of the most famous natural spots in county is Barren River Lake. I say natural, but it was built in the 1960s by the Army Corps of Engineers. The lake is now a huge draw, though, for fishing and boating, in general, weekend getaways. But when Barren River Lake was first created in the 60s, it covered what used to be a small community town of Port Oliver. It was a farming and salt mining settlement. It had its own post office and roads, and the water rose over fields and homes and a few county roads. Now, people say that when the lake level drops below a certain amount, you can still see some of the outlines of those old roads beneath the surface. So that's Barren County. That's all I got. You got caves below and kilts above, and a whole town underwater. So, what did I get wrong this time?